Hello and welcome to the Middlest, our Patreon-only show where we talk about the episode with the exact middle user rating. We want to see what the show looks like at its exact average because every show has its highs and its lows, but spends most of its time in that big middle.
That big middle, baby.
This episode of Grey's Anatomy is Season 6, Episode 4, Tainted Obligation.
Yeah, so we have Meredith Grey and Lexi Grey, sisters, both surgeons. Lexi's a surgeon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their father, who is a longtime alcoholic, comes in. He needs a liver transplant as his liver has finally failed. He can't just go on the list because alcoholics must be 1 year sober in order to be on the list, according to Grey's Anatomy.
I wonder if that's a thing.
I bet it is because the organs are so in demand that they have a number of things. People with autism diagnoses are less likely to get organs because doctors feel like they're wasting the organs on autistic people. So I could very much see that they would think about alcoholics that way as well.
Yeah, it's possible. We could look it up. We could verify, but we're not going to because we're not interested in facts over here. We're interested in the middle.
The middle. So basically, Lexi loves her father. Lexi had a really good childhood with him.
Yeah, they had different moms.
And so Lexi is heartbroken and is like, I will give you my liver, but she's not a match. Meredith hates her father, wants nothing to do with him, doesn't think of him as her father. But unsurprisingly, for dramatic reasons, she is a match. So Lexi has to come to Meredith and be like, listen, I don't want you to give him a liver. I want you to give me a liver because I need my dad. And so Meredith Grey decides to give her liver to the father she hates for the sake of her sister.
We also have...
Yeah, what are the B plots? I kind of forget.
B plots are Catherine... Well, so Christina is hungry for a surgery. She's been taken off of the service.
Oh, yeah, this was a fun little one.
She's been taken off the service of 2 doctors, but she desperately needs surgery hours. There's been a hospital merger and everyone's worried about getting laid off or released from the program. So Christina wants more surgery hours. So she's hungry for a surgery. So is Dr. Karev. And so they're sort of competing for surgeries. There's another plot where there's a man who comes into the hospital with he's like older. He lives in a
nursing home.
He lives in a nursing home. Not necessarily a nursing home. It's like a assisted living, maybe. Anyway, he has a new girlfriend there.
Who he keeps referring to as a younger woman. And
she's probably like 84.
Well, that's sort of the joke at the end as she comes in and she's like 84. After the entire episode of them talking about the younger woman.
So this is his Dr. Sloan's patient. I don't remember what he actually comes in with, but...
He comes in with a fake thing because he just wanted to talk to the doctor about.
Because he wants a penis implant so that he can bang his new young girlfriend.
Because she's younger and he's afraid of disappointing her.
And he doesn't. The Dr. Sloan's like, I'll prescribe you pills. You want pills? And he's like, pills don't work. I want a penile implant. And he's like, cool, I'll do it. And then his kids are like, you can't do that. If you do that, then we're going to take you out of the home. Like, this isn't your money to spend. You're going to use it. You need to use it to pay for my kids to go to college. They're just like awful adult children. And Dr. Sloan puts them in his place. And
yeah, as a doctor gives this long speech about let him fuck, let your dad fuck.
Yeah, just like a very inappropriate conversation. And then somehow Christina gets roped into assisting on the surgery, kind of as a joke. Well,
Christina kind of forces her way onto the surgery because she sees the surgery is happening and she's like, no, this is mine. And they know what it is. So they kind of, as a joke, are like, okay, if you absolutely want to. And so she ends up having to do the penis surgery.
She takes it very seriously and is very professional about it.
No one else is professional. They're all kind of laughing at her.
And then we have an Izzy and Owen plot. So Owen has a patient who has cancer and the cancer is progressing, so he needs to do an exploratory surgery to see if he can remove the tumor. He asks Izzy to assist on it because Izzy is in remission, or I guess you're not in remission from stage 4, but has just survived stage 4 cancer. And so Owen brings her onto the case. Because she's also a young person who is dealing with cancer, and this patient of his is a young person who's dealing with cancer. So Izzy and Owen are doing the surgery. They open him up and they see that he has too many adhesions for them to be able to resect the tumor. Izzy is sort of pushing for them to resect the tumor, and Owen's like, no, it's not going to work and it's going to kill him. So they close him back up, but then Owen's like, I'm sorry, I can't. We can't fix you. This is how you're going to go. But Izzy's like, no, we have to try, and convinces Owen to try to do a risky surgery to sort of Hail Mary it. And we end the episode where the last scenes of the episode are Meredith in surgery for the liver transplant. the man with the penis in surgery and the person with cancer in surgery. And at the end of it, the young guy with cancer doesn't make it out of surgery.
And Owen is like, this was a fuck up, but it's not your fuck up. I fucked up by listening to you. I fucked up by letting you do this because you had 1,000,001 chance and it worked for you. And you thought that means everyone can have 1,000,001 chance, but that's not. As a doctor, you have to go with the odds. You can't just be like, let's do this because there's 1,000,001 chance it might work.
Yeah.
There's also an Izzy, there's like a D plot where Dr. Karev and Izzy have moved. They were living in Meredith's house,
Yeah,
I
they
guess?
all used to live together in Meredith's house. But when Izzy and Karev got married, they moved into a trailer.
That's like in the woods somewhere. There's a fun opening where he like opens the door and there's a bear outside.
Yeah.
He gets like a tick. It's a bad situation, but Izzy's like, no, we have to live in our own place. And then at the end, she walks out and is like attacked by a deer and is like, we're moving back.
She's not attacked by a deer. It's the bear again.
I thought he said deer.
Yes, because it's the joke that when he said there was a bear out there, she's like, oh, you sure it wasn't just a deer?
Oh, I totally missed that joke.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, she sees the bear and then she's like, we got to fucking move back in with Meredith.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I think she leaves the show shortly after that. Yeah, so that's what happened in the Middlest episode. I thought it was a solid episode of Grey's. It's a classic episode of Grey's, being that one of the doctors on the show is on the operating table.
Yeah, there's this point
where Dr. Bailey is like, of my 5 interns, 4 of them have been on my table, and one of them has had cancer, and one of them died. So like,
and you were like, Dr. Bailey, does that strike you as weird?
To hear the rest and get all of our Middlest episodes and all of our episodes ad-free, please support us on Patreon. And we will see you next week. Thank you so much.